I was scrolling through my Twitter timeline, and Nicole from Nicole's View had posted up this article that immediately made me say that I need to speak about this, especially since I just recently did a video about a woman in New York who was denied getting a test for the Wuhan. And the situation pretty much lines up exactly the same with this story. The only difference is this time it is a black man. So in this picture, you see a guy by the name of Basie Offiong, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name first and last correctly. He was a 25-year-old college student who actually had the Wuhan, but because he had no pre-existing ailments, he was denied getting a test, and he ended up dying a couple days after after they found out he had it. All the way to the fact that he was misdiagnosed as having bronchitis when that's not what he had. He just had the symptoms, which was the upper respiratory infection, or the trouble breathing, which is one of the symptoms. But because he was misdiagnosed, because he did not have any pre-existing ailments, they didn't give him a test, and then he died a couple days later. Only 25. That's way outside of the bracket of being an infant all the way up to what they originally said when you can be older. Now, as far as the infant goes, I actually just found out in the state that I live in, the youngest to die from this was 1 month. A 1 month old, meaning they were just born in February and died from this. I keep telling people this thing is serious. A lot of people keep joking around with it and think that it is a game and that it's a hoax and that it is this and that it is that, until it either hits you or someone that you know, and then all of a sudden now it's a real thing. But let me go ahead and read this article coming from rollingout.com. A 25-year-old college student died after he was denied a Wuhan test. Several days ago, Basie Offiong, a student at Western Michigan University, began experiencing shortness of breath, fatigue, and a fever. Offiong attempted to be tested for the Wuhan, but he was denied by several hospitals in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. One doctor misdiagnosed Offiong as having bronchitis before he was eventually hospitalized at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak, Michigan, where he was hooked up to a ventilator in the intensive care unit. He eventually died Saturday, March 28, 2020. According to an interview with the Detroit News, Offiong's sister said that he was relatively healthy. Due to a lack of test kits nationwide, many young individuals who don't have a history of health concerns have been denied the test. And that's the scary part about it now. Because now, if you are especially young like this man was, and you don't have any pre-existing ailments or anything, pre-existing conditions, now you will want to go out of your way to not get this disease, because of the fact that you will be denied getting a test, or in his case getting misdiagnosed for something that he did not have, because they're only catering to people who are older, who have pre-existing conditions, as far as we know. And of course the more younger crowd, like the infants and things of that nature, who have weaker immune systems. They're basically saying that if you are in a certain age bracket and you do not have any pre-existing conditions, you're on your own, and may God be on your side. That's basically what they're saying. And hopefully your body can kick this disease out on its own. Like, they're basically putting, like, it's almost like your body has to be going into a Wolverine type of stage where you have to self-heal your body, and just basically let the disease run its course, and hopefully your immune system is that strong enough to fight off whatever the bacteria is. That's scary when you think about it. That's why they keep telling people to stay inside. After Offiong's untimely death, Western Michigan University's officials released a statement. On behalf of the entire Bronco community, I want to extend my deepest condolences to his entire family, including his sister Asari, who has been generous in communicating with us regularly, the statement read. They are in our thoughts and our prayers during this difficult time. Offiong was one semester from graduating college and a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Dang, so he was supposed to graduate in December, most likely a December graduate. That's man, that's messed up. Like, that is crazy. Like, and look at how fast it took him out. It, like I said, this thing spreads fast. So like I said, it doesn't discriminate. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to have pre-existing conditions. And if it gets to you, it'll get to you. This is basically like a mutated disease. Like whatever it was in its essence is no longer that. It's something completely different. It's still the same. It's still under the same name, but it's something completely different now. It's mutated. And when the disease mutates like that, it can take you out just as fast. Like I just did the video about the young lady, the teacher in Brooklyn, where she ended up getting it. And then 3 days later, she's on life support. Like that's crazy. That's extremely unfortunate. But I do too offer my condolences to his family. And you know, and you know what's even worse about this? Now that he's dead, and because we don't have we have this social distancing thing on the books, like right now in play, his parents and his family won't be able to give him a proper burial because you can't have a gathering of 10 or more people. And then because that's usually something out in the open, they're probably going to just go with the next best thing, which is probably cremation. You know, something, you know, that can be done on the inside. At this point, that's what a lot of the stuff is going to happen when it comes to deceased people, whether they die from this or if they die from something else. It's cremation. It's faster and it's cheaper to do. And because of social distancing going on right now, it's probably the only option that people have. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Have your notifications turned on, and I will talk to you in the next one.